Hey everyone, welcome back to Play Casket with your hosts, Paraka the Goblin
and Ghost, your co-host.
And
hello there.
Where'd you come from?
So we actually invited another one. We dug his butt up and he seems to always have opinions, so we're like, you know what, we should probably get him recorded because I think we can make capitalization and money and stuff.
He's finally talking.
Not so many opinions as jokes, because I'm more of a filthy casual compared to you guys.
So we finally got him a mic, got him kind of squared away and stuff. He was just like off in the corner, constantly like, mocking us and stuff. So
remember back in episode 1? Here's him right now.
So not too many things happened this week again. It happens. I keep saying it. It's almost becoming routine. But 3DS is closing this weekend. It's gonna shut off forever. Same with Wii U, but the only one that owns one is me. Like, that's it. I'm the only person who ever bought a Wii U. You're all welcome.
And Activision deal goes through. So.
And then yes, the Activision. Hopefully we can cover on that too. But the Activision purchase buyout goes through. So Bobby Kotick has his wonderful golden dipped parachute, so he can fly down and apparently harass other things.
Whoa.
I know. I went there. Don't worry, he'll investigate himself and find himself innocent again, just the way it always is. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and talk about the buyout stuff. So, well, not buyout stuff, the
3DS.
The 3DS closing. That what we're going to do.
So prepare to buy out everything.
Prepare to buy out everything. Yes, so basically everyone has a 3DS.
You have until the 27th, right?
Yes. So
Monday.
It'll be Monday. So by the time this finally gets out, it'll already be closed.
Bye. Right.
Bye.
Okay,
for everyone who is now inspired, you're welcome, you 3 people who are now late to the party. But basically this is kind of like more of a memorial. 3DS eShop is dead. So how many games have you downloaded from that? Like, how many of us we all did buy a lot of digital stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good stuff digitally. There's some good sales that we had and stuff. I bought a bunch. I'm sure everyone else has. What was like one of your favorite key ones that you enjoyed then?
Like the game from 3DS?
Yes.
Monster Hunter, of course.
That was the only one you had bought digitally?
No, digitally. Dang, I don't know. 3DS is actually super robust for me. I'm just trying to remember, most of it was physical, but...
Yeah, most of mine was physical too, but I did have a bunch of digital things too.
The only thing I remember is Way Forward stuff. Yeah,
I can see that, yeah.
Most of their stuff.
A lot of the Way Forward stuff was actually digital then.
Now they're all on Switch.
Yeah, almost all of it. I think there's only one thing that's missing now. I have to double check. Don't quote me on that. I think there's one thing missing, but it wasn't from the 3DS. But, yeah. Mighty Switch Force. So...
your 3DS library, digital, I guess.
How did your 3DS digital library work out there, Rusty?
I don't think I really downloaded a lot. It's mostly hard copy, and I think if I did, it was the old school emulator games.
Okay. Was there anything?
Mario.
Was there anything that you stood out of all of that?
Nah, it's been a while. All I can think of is Monster Hunter, and then WarioWare.
Okay. I don't know. For me, it's going to be a sad...
We should have really actually played our systems before we started recording. No, I do have a bunch, and there was actually quite a few I championed, and that's why I probably stick out a lot more.
Dylan's Rolling Western?
Dylan's Rolling Western is one of them. That was exactly...
SteamWorld?
No, it was Codename Steam, because we've talked about
this
not
Codename Steam,
the SteamWorld? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. The SteamWorld dig ones. Yes, you are right. I'll back up a little bit. Rein in that hanger and just put it away in the bottle again in case I need to use it actually. So, yeah, SteamWorld Dig was actually pretty good. It was actually one of those games that I actually sat down without really like taking a break from it and beating it all the way through, like in one sitting. Like when it was on, I turned and I played it. When I had chance and I had time, I played more and more and more until I finally beat it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. For some reason, it took like that Mr. Drill mechanic and kind of like made it an adventure, and I liked it more because of it.
Oh, okay.
Now, I liked Mr. Driller, but I could play like a couple of rounds and I'm done. Because it was like very arcadey. See how deep you go. Carry on.
Oh, okay.
That's just how it was. I even had one of the Mr. Drillers actually on 3DS. And again, I think that one was actually another download. And I'd play it a couple times and that'd be it. I'd be done for like a good solid couple months. But the SteamWorld Dig, I played extensively, actually. It was really good. In fact, I'm like one of those guys who gets excited for new SteamWorld game stuff.
Oh,
Did you see that new SteamWorld game that's coming up?
Yeah.
It's going to be for those who don't know, they're going to be, basically it's a theme park sim, basically, but more about the Wild West of the original, like, life sim city thing in the world of SteamWorld.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool then.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm kind of excited, but at the same time, I kind of don't, because those games are peaceful, but I don't like there's people out there that see if they can make some really weird stuff. For some reason, I try to craft like my world as if like it's gonna be a legitimate like official version of the game. Like this is gonna be an actual adventure and all that, and like I get too serious about it, and then like when it all starts to fall apart, I'm like, oh, this is why I can't do this. But yeah, no, the SteamWorld Dig was actually really good to a point where like I've championed that franchise since.
Okay.
I've bought every single one since then.
I'm probably gonna go back and just buy everything that I want, so I could like fill up my DS.
I just need to download a lot of my stuff, like Rolling Western, because you already called me out on it. I'm pissed. Okay, I am pissed that game doesn't have a physical.
What,
like,
did it get a spirit? A Smash spirit?
It had a Smash Brothers spirit, and it actually has like 3, I think.
Okay.
I know it has 2, might have 3. He also has an assist trophy, and he also, I think, has 2 tracks.
Okay.
So, like, it's the Spirit track. It's like the Zelda Spirit track one, if that's where it's located.
Yeah.
Like, the
Okay.
Spirit track stage. So that's where the music's at.
So we could get lucky.
I honestly really like that game. Like the game, I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't capitalized more on that one. Like, well, those Rolling Western and Pushmo. I'm actually surprised they haven't done Pushmo, because Pushmo is like community based, so you could always have more levels to download, like Mario Maker, but like more of the puzzle makers and stuff, and then people could just craft out whatever they want to do for puzzles. Dude, I played that for fucking months. That was a good one. Have you ever tried Pushmo?
I have not.
What about you, Rusty? You tried Pushmo?
Never heard of it.
Did any of you even own a 3DS that was online at all?
Hey,
So-
I said it was a casual, okay?
So, anyways, Rusty, Monster Hunter, right?
Like, this is really just an ad for Monster Hunter. Just go buy and download Monster Hunter, because we were not really talking about the digital games on there. No, not at all. We're just talking about Monster Hunter.
I don't know. The only thing people really miss is the people will download like Legend of Zelda, and they'll go for the Pokemon games before everything shuts down. That's about it.
The realistically, like the realist of real is people will always go with stuff that they know and they remember.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part, like a lot of people will always remember like these big games that they play. Like everyone does. That everyone always does. But it's funny how a lot of people like, and it might be even these same people that will always complain that Nintendo or Bethesda or Microsoft never really want to do something new. Because look at what you re-download when you're about to shut down the system.
Yeah.
Zeldas, Marios, Pokemons, carry on.
Yeah.
You know? Meanwhile, there's stuff
Dig,
like SteamWorld Dig,
Dylan's Rolling Western,
Pushmo,
Monster
several
Hunter.
games. You knock it off.
Well, the thing is that, like, yeah, they would say all that stuff, and then, like, okay, are you going to buy any of it? No. I'll stick with Call of Duty 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's funny because a lot of people will just like champion. Dude, I'm probably like one of the very few people who are more excited about indie stuff and play indie stuff than a lot of other people we know.
Well, here's the thing too. People, if you're really, really picky and you're like, oh, I don't want steak. Okay, well, are you willing to try curry? No, I'll stick with steak. Like,
Yeah, like that's kind of exactly it. You know, like I could understand when like using the metaphor of food when you're hungry and you want something but you can't think of something, so you just default to a burger because you can't mess it up. Like I could see there's situations where like, man, I want to play something, and you're like, I don't know what to play, and you just go back to like Pokemon or Zelda or some kind of JRPG you enjoyed for a while.
yeah.
Like because it just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Right? Because like it's go-to because you know it was good, even though you don't know what new experience you want. Right? I'm here on this thing to tell people there's good experiences out there, and it's in Dylan's Rolling Western. It's in Codename Steam. Like, I'm gonna not rant about that. I'm gonna peel that back. It's Ever Oasis. It's Pushmo.
Strike Force. Was it Ninja Strike Force, right? Or was that Ninja...
Sushi Striker.
Sushi, yes. Sushi Striker.
I don't know. Sushi Striker was on Switch. It was still physical. I think that the puzzles games, unless you've been around for years, they just don't work.
Oh, okay.
And Sushi Striker was one of those type of ones. I do not champion everything of the Nintendo's. Sushi Striker is definitely one of them.
Was it like a Fruit Ninja, but for...
No,
sushi?
it was basically there was about, I think there was 5 rows of sushi going in trays of sushi with different types of plates on it, and it's based off of the plates. So the first 2 and your opponent's first 2 plates are based on the sushi spirits that you have, which are these weird Pokemon wannabes, that they have a certain set of plates, and because of that, they like you just match them all together, and then the higher the plates are, you can finally toss them at your opponent, and the middle plate just mixes them all up together. So you can go in the middle plate and take as many as you can to prevent your opponent from getting as many as he can to like chain react.
Still confused, but okay. Continue.
But so like when it's shown, people actually understand it, but it's just not fun. Like you can see, like you can have fun with it if you're playing with somebody. Like it makes more fun when you're actually like communicating and like interacting with the other opponent and stuff. Playing single player and as a bot and stuff like that, not fun. It's stupid. And this is one of those games that I do like for somebody who wants a single player experience. No, didn't work out.
Oh, there is one game.
Great. It worked great on the 3DS. It just didn't work well on the Switch. But it was physical, so people can still kind of pick it up, and it's like cheap as hell because nobody really wants to touch it. So
there's a Dementium the Ward.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
So, well, it was a DS game, but I was super happy that they remade it for the 3DS, so I picked that up.
Didn't Obscure something camera also came out digitally as well?
Well, it does have physical, because they do have the physical copy of it. I'm trying to think of like digital exclusives, I guess.
Moon. There was another one, a first-person game called Moon.
Oh yeah,
or Moon 3D. I don't know if they had to change it or something because I remember there was some kind of issue with the naming. Pseudo sci-fi horror game, first-person shooter. You're living on the moon for some reason, some kind of mystery monster. Good game. You know, I didn't get to finish all of it. Really wish I did, but I'll be downloading that again. But that's one of the digital games that once the 3DS is done, it's nowhere else.
Yeah.
Whoops. Smacking into my stuff.
It's getting heated. Getting heated.
I talk with my hands, and I don't have corporeal like my hands don't pass through shit.
I phase through everything.
You lucky bastard.
So, yeah. So, I think people need to try a lot of these old stuff, like this, like obscure stuff, more so than buying Dragon Quest and Zelda and re-downloading them for the last time again.
Or
you know
Forbidden P-word if you can't get a hold of it. Just saying.
Yeah, don't. But yeah, no, it's just one that, like, I don't know, like, it's weird. A lot of people just like, oh yeah, there's so many rare stuff, and what's gonna upset me is like 3-4 years down the road, they're gonna be like, man, remember these games? I'm like, did you download them? No. Then shut up. Like, you know. But
Yeah.
they really do need to port like something like a 3D, like a trilogy of Dylan's Rolling Western, even if it's digitally onto the Switch or something. Same thing with Pushmo. I am surprised they haven't made a Pushmo for the Switch. For as big as that game is, you can't just make a game that's like uses the touchpad on the Switch exclusively to make all your little things and share it. Like, that's just weird. That's weird to me. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't done that. You know, like, it would have been a good filler game.
So it's gonna be sad seeing the 3DS go. I love that. I love that system. Almost as much as the Game Boy Advance. So,
And then there's the Wii U with Star Fox Guard, and that was it. So, Star Fox God was actually good, but thank God I bought that like limited edition Star Fox Zero. Yeah, I thought I regret it, but now that I could play Star Fox Guard, I don't. But yeah, it's gonna be weird because a lot of people are gonna be like playing them, and then eventually some people are gonna be like, oh, I gotta need money, and they sell their 3DSs and stuff, and then they go back and go, man, I miss XYZ. How come I can't download them again? You done played yourself, guys.
yeah.
Like, this is how the physical realm. Like, if my Game Boy dies tomorrow, I can still get another Game Boy or fix this Game Boy and have all the Game Boy games I still have.
Yeah.
And probably then some, because I'll probably buy more because I need to fill the void while my Game Boy's being fixed. But when it's all digital and stuff, imagine what's going to happen to, like, your Xboxes when everything's all digital 5 years down the road, and that Xbox Series S is just like, I gotta get another one, but your account doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
You know? So, what would be the one game you would recommend everyone to download for the 3DS?
In general?
Yeah.
Crap, I don't know. I was gonna say Monster Hunter. Everybody,
Stop it! They got plenty everywhere else right now. They don't need another one.
I should have brought the stupid thing with me. I could just open up the app and just look at like the most hours logged. I'll post it right here. I think we have screenshots on 3DS, right?
Yeah.
If not, I'll just take a picture of it. But most hours played right here. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. We're gonna be very classic YouTubey right there. How about you, Rusty?
I don't know why you're asking me.
You've had a 3DS.
Yeah, but I couldn't come up with anything I downloaded, remember?
Okay, here, just a 3DS
Just a
game,
game
in general.
Like, if somebody's last minute having to pick up one of the games, because it's going to be hard to find some physical games too. If there's an easy way to get a game right now that isn't just jacked up in physical pricing right now, what game would you tell them to go and download? I like how this is not going to really help anybody because our stuff's getting uploaded the day it closes.
Well, they can still go look for the cartridge, right?
Yeah, they can still do that.
Probably Monster Hunter.
Okay. What I would say is Metal Gear Snake Eater. If you can find that
Oh
game's,
yeah, that one's gonna be.
it's gonna be like triple in price. That thing's gonna be like $120. So
I do recommend this, and I know a lot of people are gonna think it's stupid because you know it's coming, and it does have a physical release because obviously it's gonna close. We already talked about Rolling Western. Try to download that. Pushmo. Try to download that. Codename Steam. Again, I'm gonna beat this dead horse for a while.
until we get a second one, right?
Until we get a second one, or at least port of the other one. I will pay a full $60 price for that game to be ported over to the Switch. You have no fucking idea, man. But yeah, that like, I wonder, like, once it finally closes, if that game just gonna go up to regular retail price because it was like $5 for the longest time.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, you never know, because like certain games where it's just like $5 that nobody gave a shit about, and then like all of a sudden it's like $40 to use.
So you want to know one of the rarest games out there is for the Switch?
Huh.
It's Island Flight Simulator.
Oh yeah.
The only reason is because nobody bought it, so there was a smaller print of it. And when that's finally all sold out, people are like, "Where is this? How much?" Like, wait, you're telling me there's only 1,400 ever printed for this?
Sounds enticing.
Exactly. And the game's crap.
It's like the art industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So, I have like, I have like 10 copies sitting over here.
You
And
should
I
make a
gave you all.
shrine.
I gave you all a set to play. You better be playing them.
Yeah, just yesterday.
Why do I feel like I'm being lied to? Why? Why do I feel attacked right now?
That also reminds me about the Burger King sneak game. So one guy's trying to like collect all of them.
I have them.
So he has like a wall of like Burger King sneak.
Yeah, I have a copy. I'm not giving that motherfucker back.
It'll be the last one, right?
I'm missing not Big Bump, the roller game one.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's weird. Like, I'm actually surprised Burger King hasn't like tried to port that as a trilogy over as a promo.
Yeah.
The Sneak King, dude. Sneak King was hilarious. Actually, like for a game that was $5, that game was like well worth its price back then.
Oh, okay.
Sneak King was actually fun.
Sneaking.
Like it was weird. It was because I was expecting tragedy because the other two were tragedies, and Sneak King was actually pretty decent. So anyway, speaking of, since we're talking about Burger King and all that other crap and Microsoft's buy of Activision is going through.
Yep. Take that, Sony.
Nintendo made the smart move of trying to go, hey, why don't you write up an agreement with us about getting XYZ on the Switch for Call of Duty. Sony was like, no, I want to throw a tantrum. Cringe. First of all,
everybody else got a good deal, so, or at
Yeah.
least everybody else got 10 years. So we'll see what Sony's gonna get, but they're extremely reluctant on signing on.
yeah. So, for one, like ultimately, the way I see it right now is Microsoft is still moving on to a service industry, like not a console industry. They're slowly fading themselves into a service industry. Period. So it would do them wise to eventually release Game Pass on multiple other systems. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. I do not see them, like, probably in the next 10 years, we'll probably see them move on to Xbox as a whole full service brand.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably have a cloud service gaming console that updates constantly, and will be around every 10 years and update the tech over time. I feel like that's where they're trying to go. I'm not saying it's the best idea. I'm just saying that's where they're going.
Well, hopefully your account stays, because it's like, buy a new account, buy a new console.
No, I think they're
Suck
gonna
it.
probably. I think they're gonna keep the account.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be dumb for them not to, but I think they're gonna be other extra shitty by like articulating when you can access certain games at certain times and certain days, on top of like changing old content because it doesn't match their quality assurance and like censor crap.
The only thing I'm not looking forward to is when they start doing like Netflix exclusives, and then once everybody starts doing it, all these subscription services are going to pop up, and it's going to end up being like Netflix. This streaming war we're having right now. It's hell.
It's gonna like Ubisoft. Well, EA's always been trying to do that with Origin.
Yeah.
Epic's already trying to do that with their thing. They have Steam. There's GOG. There's I forgot what the other one was. There's another weird digital platform on the PC as well. Anyway, I could see them all, like I could see the ones like Steam and Epic and stuff pull that same crap later. I think they will be the next ones to follow Microsoft's suit when Microsoft finally pulls the trigger to be complete like that.
Oh, okay.
Because they're going to see how popular it is, because a lot of people are going to be like, shit, I'm already knee deep in these many achievements. I might as well continue.
Yeah.
It's going to be wildly successful, and then Epic and Steam are going to be like, we want to do that too. And I think Steam's going to pull that crap on games you don't want them to do it too. They're going to be like, cloud service all indie games now, and they're going to be like, no, it's going to be weird. It's going to get shady.
But yeah, Sony's not so happy about the merge because they're losing out on Call of Duty, and Microsoft says that no, you'll get what we get too for the next 10 years. It'll be on Game Pass, and no one's gonna buy it on your console. And after 10 years, like, because was it a Call of Duty comes? We get like two every generation. Life cycle?
We get Call of Duties.
Yeah,
you almost get one on average. I think on average we get 1.3 a year.
Okay.
So we get one annually, but we get one like sometimes so frequently that it's like sometimes more.
Oh, okay.
And then there will be times where it's almost 2 years between them. But
Gotcha.
like it's almost annually. Like we're probably going to get another announcement for a Call of Duty this year somewhere.
So,
like we just got Modern Warfare.
yeah.
And then just before that, last year we got Vanguard. So it just keeps going.
This is a blur of them, but
It is.
They all blend together.
They
basically.
release faster than an NES Mega Man game. So, like, yeah, it's just it's gonna be interesting because I feel like that's where Microsoft's gonna go. So for the people who want their Call of Duties, it's eventually gonna get on there, but it's gonna be on there through Game Pass on the PlayStation 8
yeah.
or whatever. I think this is gonna be the final nail in Activision's physical coffin. Because I think Activision's just gonna not make physical games anymore. Like Microsoft's probably gonna just release a bunch of stuff for like physical variants, which is gonna just be like 3 megabytes anyway. And then they're gonna be like, yeah, you can download that. Or just play it on the pass
Yeah.
for free.
Even cheaper because it's only $10 a month instead of this $80 game. Yeah, $70 game.
So Microsoft has already exercised that anyway, with Halo, and it's gonna just get worse from there. And I don't see them making physical games anymore from here on out.
Man, it's gonna be a weird industry. We'll see where it goes, I guess.
The only time I'm betting that Microsoft will make a physical copy of anything is on the Switch when they port, like, call it Modern Warfare the original or something like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, we can't really do anything else. Here's a port of this Call of Duty Ghost from Wii. Okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
At least. So, what about you? What do you think about this whole bio thing? Rusty Bones.
I don't.
He's over here scratching his chin for a bit, but really it was just him just like picking out like one of his last remaining hairs.
Yep.
He's like, yes.
Being unearthed takes a little while to get used to, but once you get used to it, it is freeing.
Says the one that doesn't even have skin.
I've gone beyond bones.
So,
Well, they call me Rusty because I still have arthritis in the afterlife. That sucks.
Become spirit. Right?
yeah, like he moves a couple times, and like you just hear cracks and like dust kind of crack out of some of the corners. It's kind of interesting. We have like the weirdest light too, because we have to like plug everything into like the gravekeeper's little shack. So we have like cords coming in, and they have like light, and every time he does it, kind of turns into a silhouette. It's kind of weird. So anyway, I think that's about all we can talk about, right? That's all the interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, there's some interesting game stuff like open beta killing off kids' computers for Diablo 4, but I don't want to talk about it because I'm one of them. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for listening in. Everybody, welcome Rusty Bones to the cast, and he will be actually going to be talking about more extensively on a lot of our casket talks that we're going to be starting back up again. So get excited about that. Thank you all for listening, and if you like our content, as always, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, we will see you on the other side.
Other side.
Hey everyone, this is Paraka.
And Ghost.
I would like to say thank you for listening to our podcast.
If you like our content, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and share our video with your friends.
You can also follow and support us on other social media such as Minds and Rumble. Links in the description below.